Hey guys, welcome to Let's Play Trails in the Sky Chicken Travel Blind! Okay. Hello. Hey, wanna check in for your flight? Yes. Alright then. I'll give the guild house a ring and call the other members of your team. Star's team checked in for their flight and waited for the airship. Off we go! Are we gonna meet Joshua? Who knows? I don't really know where Joshua is right now. I mean, he was in Boss Air, but then he left with the Sky Bandits, so he could be like anywhere. A hello map that's not drawn on the left hand, or yeah, on the left hand side of the screen. Oh, hello. Oh, you have a blade. I see, so now we have a gospel influencing people's minds. Using the fog's particulate matter as a medium to exert mental control over a large area. Well, that settles one question at least. Excuse me, Professor. Who's this? Oh, Cassius, you old dog, good timing. Escaped Leiston, did you? Yes, I finally managed to finish a bit of work. I thought I would stop by and see how you're holding up. What's this? A report from your granddaughter? What's with his face? Yes, just arrived, express from Roland. Thanks to Tita's report, I'm quite certain of my theory now. About the gospel, I'm assuming. Yes, though it's ultimately still a hypothesis at this point. I've gone over it again and again, both on paper and with the couple though, so I'm reasonably sure of this. Shall I go over it? Absolutely. Right then. So, what we've been calling the Gospel's orbital shutdown phenomenon. Interesting choice of music, by the way. Tell me, it's kind of suspicious. Tell me, what do you think it is based on what you've seen and heard? It's an effect that occurs to any orbital device located near an active Gospel, chaining from one device to another. Hold on a second, let me reread this. It's an effect that occurs to any orbital device located near an active Gospel. Okay. And it renders these devices inert while the gospel is active. That's how it seems to me, at least. Sorry, I'm just trying to take this in. Half right, half wrong. What you're describing is closer to the orbital art anticept. That shorts out the internal quartz circuits of an orb to temporarily suspend its functionality. The phenomenon generated by a gospel, however, is fundamentally different. It steals all the orbital energy formed in an orbment down to the very last joule. So it's more of an orbital absorption phenomenon. Then. Yes. To make a comparison to a combustion engine, it's like siphoning out petrol. But wait. Unless I badly misunderstand physics, that means the gospel should absorb and store all that power, correct? Good eye, lad. You've noticed a very important fact. So, I've met... I like how he talks down to Cassius. So I've measured a gospel after it absorbs energy, but the gospel does not actually hold any of it. Not even a single EP's worth. Is it possible the energy is being vented into the wider environment? No, not at all. The energy disappears. Completely, utterly, and quite impossibly thanks to thermodynamics. Furthermore, these new gospels Estelle's group has been encountering, every time they're encountered, they cause unbelievable phenomena that even our best orbital engineering can't explain. It's unclear how they're causing such effects, but I can say one thing with confidence. Oh, his face. And that is? They're too small. I can say with absolute certainty that any device enabling such massive effects could not fit into the palm of one's hand. Even if the Society somehow possessed technology centuries ahead of our own, nothing that small could contain that much potential energy. I think I'm starting to see where this is going. You're saying the Gospels must be terminals, then access points of some sort. Surely it's to do with the towers. Exactly. The only function the Gospel unit itself has is an ability to manifest an abnormal warp in a local orbal I'm sorry, let me reread this. The only function the gospel unit itself has is an ability to manifest an abnormal warp in a local orbal field. Nope, I took in none of that. That warp then resonates with any local orbal devices, expands and draws energy from the devices. The energy then disappears through the warp. This must have been so hard to translate. Through the warp. That says though the warp, but okay. Well, no, it does not disappear. It is sent elsewhere, to the towers, surely. And whatever is located elsewhere is capable of causing the impossible effects we've seen. You know, I hope I'm misunderstanding this. I'm afraid you get a passing grade here, old friend. The Society can use the Gospels to draw out and spread the power of whatever this thing is. Spreading the influence of the mysterious force. No wonder the Society named them Gospels. In that case, the nature of this thing bothers me. As you said, even if it's an omen out of our purest fiction, or... as far as that goes, I'm afraid I have no real clue. I've thought of a number of possibilities, but that would be pure speculation at this point. Now, Cassius, I will ask you the same question I asked you 10 years ago. We're in quite the pickle. What do you need me to do? Haha, the exact same words as when I asked you to develop the patrol airship. Well then. Oh, what are you doing? Are you pacing? The key, I think, must lie in this warp the Gospel creates. Russell, can you develop some kind of plan or method of stopping the resonance? The spread? Thought you'd ask that. I'm just about done with my current invention anyway. I'll get to work as soon as I'm done with that. Oh, airship time. Cecilia! Oh, cheers. Outside. Olivier. Hold on, let me talk to NPCs. Boss has been absolutely peaceful for a while now, it seems. Even the Liberal News says nothing of note's happened. That's something to be happy about, at least. Bosse Market is dreamland for anyone who likes to shop. I've heard even the manager of the Estelle department store is a fan of the Bosse Market. I think the pilgrimage journal my husband wrote talks about that. Well, I'm sure their market isn't quite peaceful, at least. Ho ho! Okay. Really, child? My daughter keeps saying she wants to eat at the Antarose restaurant in Bosse. It must be nice to be a child. So innocent. So unaware of prices. Bosse has a really famous restaurant in it. Oh, I know. Mummy, let's go eat there. Oh, I see. I totally forgot about that restaurant. I totally forgot about the mayor of that place as well. So clueless about money. Well, it's your job to teach them. I feel like I learned about money from a pretty young age. Still, at last we returned to Bosse, the land laden with memories of our first meeting. Oh yes, it sure does have that. Makes my heart swell to return to a place of such sweet nostalgia. Shocking as it may be, I kinda have to agree on the heart-swelling memories bit. Although, as I remember, you were kinda rude back then. You said I wasn't attractive and made fun of me like a schoolboy. Yeah, I'd blocked that part out. You misunderstand me, my fair Rose. I would only display such cute, bashful behavior in order to hide feelings of love unabated. Yeah, I bet that's it exactly. You sure don't waste any time putting the moves on Shara, as I remember. Or Joshua. Yes, I remember the fun times. Well, putting that aside, as you stand now, your beauty is incomparable to what it was then. Incomparable, however you say that word. And yours is a supple, healthy beauty with a maiden's gentle virtue. Indeed, you have grown, Estelle. Please don't say these things. Oh, thank you. Though, when you put it that way, it's kind of embarrassing. Please don't say it like that again. There's no shame to be had in virtue, Estelle. Still, you have but only begun to climb the ladder of adulthood. Please stop it. Should you wish to ascend even higher, I would be more than happy to assist you. No, thank you. If I was ever in a position to ask anyone about that sort of thing, I'd be a million times better off asking Cher. Ah, pity. Things I could teach. What is that supposed to mean? Though, Cher would be the one to... Ah. I'll remind you that I have a very large stick. Yep. Oh, second cutscene time. Oh yeah, Olivier, you were put to sleep there too. Did you dream like I did? Ooh. I suppose I did. Yes, Ooh, serious Olivier face. Huh? Is something wrong, Olivier? Well, I was simply thinking that it was a shame. For you see, in my dreams I was in the company of peerless, beautiful maidens, betwixt shapes verily blessed by ideals. I think this is a lie. If you had not awoken me, Estelle, I could have done this and that, and perhaps fate has willfully stirred me at your arrival. Well, would you care to discover that which can only be conceived in dreams? Remember what I said about my stick? Can always put you to sleep with it. Forever. No, I'm sorry. For the love of... Still. Olivier's eyes were so sad for a moment. Yeah? Yeah. That's interesting. That is interesting. Huh. Oh, Olivier, you were so... intriguing. We really don't know much about Olivier. I mean, of course we don't, because he's all shady or whatever, but, like, we really don't know much about Olivier. We haven't really had, like, a background story time with Olivier yet. I mean, we've had, like, little snippets, I guess, or, like, hints, but, like, you know how, Agate kind of had, like, kind of had a background thing with his sister or whatever. But, Olivia hasn't really had one. Which just makes him so much more interesting, to be honest. Well, I mean, like, even more interesting, I should say. And then Zane had some recently as well with the earthquake thing. Not that recently, but in this game. With Walter. It's very interesting. Oh, Olivier. Oh, Olivier, you beautiful, beautiful thing. In a way, I kind of hope that we don't find out stuff until 3rd chapter, because it would just keep the mystery of Olivier alive. Keep me wanting more. Anyway. What did he dream of? You needn't make such a face, my sweet. Huh? In truth, it was nothing special, just a memory of my boyhood. Damn well I showed up in it, for example. I was about to say, I wonder if Mallow's in it. I see. Then why the heck couldn't you just mention that from the start, you perv? Now. Anger unbecomes you, Lady Estelle. Interesting. So interesting. Olivier! Speaking of Bosse, I remember that lovely mare and her handmaiden with the cool gaze. There's a thrill. I thrill at the thought of meeting them again. You were quite the interesting, you were quite the interesting, Olivier. Yep. Let's go down. Let us go down. Ba-dum, yes sir, understood. Connecting course to south. Bum-da-dum-da-dum. Helm, you're going a bit too far northwest. We don't want to get too close to the mountainside. I want to avoid turbulence if we can. Please correct course slightly to the south, avoiding the mountainside, Helm. Try to put our course above the eastern Bosse roads. Ba-dum-bum-dum-ba-bum, men of the sky, fly like crows from town to town. Is it supposed to be in the same the same melody? I don't know why I even tried to do that before. My apologies for the late departure from port. Still, I've been a captain for years and I've never seen fog that thick. Even the lights at full beam couldn't burn through it. Flying in that would have been impossible, even for me. I've been captaining for years and I've never seen fog that thick, even lights full beam. Oh, hey, Agate. Were you here before? Hey, Agate. Hey, is something wrong, Agate? It's nothing. Still wandering around the ship? Yeah, basically. Oh, about earlier. Earlier? What do you mean? You know, when we were put to sleep in Mistwold. Did you see some kind of, dream too? Oh, I see. Sorry. Do you not want to talk about it? Nah, it's alright. Yeah, I saw a dream. Heh, it was nostalgic as hell, I'll say that much. You too, huh, Kate? So, no, Estelle, you've got to work on your poker face and hide and you want to know stuff. It ain't good to be that easy to read. Anyway, it was just some silly memories when I was a kid back home. Sorry about the eagerness. But yeah, now I remember. You're from Revenue, right? In the Bossy region. This will be your first time back home in a while then. It's been a little while, yeah. I did stop by the old place after the Queen's birthday celebration a while back though. Hey, wait a second. Why are you assuming I'm going back home? Ah, don't be embarrassed, you big teddy bear. You got a little sister back in Revenue, right? You mentioned her once. Oh, Estelle. You must be the biggest softie when it comes to her, huh? Hey. Oh yeah, where the heck is Revenue? Where the heck in Revenue is your house anyway? Oh, maybe she didn't die. I thought she died. Why does Estelle not know that? Maybe it was only hinted and I just assumed. Huh. I don't remember meeting any girl who stood out as a Gate's little sister when we were there investigating the Sky Bandits. There was a girl with Louis, but no, too young. I figure your little sister's gotta have your hair. I'll introduce you to Misha soon. Oh, maybe she didn't die. Misha sounds wait, I know that name. Misha. I know that name. We've met someone with that name. I'm sure we have. Because I had a friend in high school and that was her nickname. Although spelled differently. Unless it's just that he's talked about her before and so I've gone, oh, I know that name. I'm sure we've talked to an NPC with that name before. So she's not dead. Okay then. So you're just a dick because you're a dick. Here I thought you were a dick because your sister died. But I guess not. Unless it's a grave. Although he wouldn't look so happy. I don't know. Assuming there's some reason to visit anyway. Yeah, please do. And in that case, we'll have to bring Tita along too. Well, why would we have to do that? Tita's kind of attached to you, in case you hadn't noticed. She'd be pretty let down if you didn't introduce her to your sister, you know? No. Oh yeah, I guess we won't have to have Cher in the party anymore. Oh, I get it. You don't want Misha and Tita to meet, What? Now I get it. They might get together and get in lots of trouble like Tita did with Ren, or they might get jealous of each other. Being an older brother must be hard work. Oh, that's what you meant. Oh, what? What did you think she meant? Huh? Well, don't worry, I'll clean up any mess that happens. I've gotten pretty good at Tita herding. So you just go ahead and introduce those two crazy kids and I'll make sure nothing blows up. Yeah, thanks. I'll be counting on you for that. Let me just say this. I'm only heading back to Revenue once we're settled with the job. I think you're just gonna drag me out there or something. Oh, you jerk face. that was a little uncalled for, Estelle. I mean, I know Agate has his issues, but that's a little unnecessary. Hi, ma'am. You've been riding a lot lately. That fog enrollment was totally a kick, wasn't it? I took the chance to get out and enjoy some nature when we were docked. I was hoping we'd have some more Olivier development. Well, we did, kind of, but I thought maybe there would be more of him being suspicious on the phone. Hey, Tita. Oh, you're looking out the window. I didn't even know there were windows over there. Oh, hi, Estelle. Still walking around? Sorta, yeah. Oh, Tita, this is your first time in Bossy, isn't it? Uh-huh. I've heard there's a really big store in Bosse. I kind of want to see it. I mean, it wouldn't be as big as the one in Grunsell. I don't even really remember Bosse. It's been so long. The Bosse market, yeah. Think of it like the department store in Grunsell, but even bigger. Is it bigger than the one in Grunsell? Wait, it's coming back to me. It's coming back to me because there were like 3 different places to buy food from. Oh, okay. Alright, yep, it's coming back to me. It's actually a bunch of different stores all in one space. It's really busy. Busy. Wow, that sounds amazing. I hope we arrive in Bosse soon. Oh, Estelle, have you been to Revenue Village? Yep, I stopped there once on a job. That's your gate's hometown, right? Uh-huh, he has a little sister named Misha living there. Why? Estelle, why are you asking her when you just had a conversation with the gate? But okay. The gate goes back pretty often, I think. At least once a year to say hello to her. I still bet she's dead. And it's like a grave he goes to visit. Although the way that he was responding before seemed kind of as if that's not the case. Dunno. Ah, right. I mean, right. Why did I have a Gates voice for a second? A Gates' little sister, huh? Must be hard for the poor girl having such an antisocial lump for a brother. Her name still sounds familiar to me. Still, that's not nice. A Gate can be, blunt, but he's also really nice. Yeah. He is just kind of clumsy and easily embarrassed, to be honest. You know, I bet Misha's a really good person. Whenever Gate talks about her, his eyes turn so gentle. Tita? What's wrong? No, it's nothing. My heart just felt, kind of weird for a bit. I wonder why. Somebody's a bit jealous of Misha, I bet. Misha, huh? I hope I can be her friend if we meet. Oh, hello, miss. We're very sorry for the delays at Roland. I'm afraid merely launching into that fog would have been incredibly dangerous. We've never experienced fog of that sort before. My friend's one of the guards at Hacking Gate, let me tell you. The existence of the Empire weighs more heavily on the minds of our troops than anyone else. Ironically, I think our military men will welcome the non-aggression pact more than the rest of us. That's interesting. Wait, I wasn't done. Isn't there more of an upstairs? Oh, no, actually, no, I will go outside first. Hey, there's no one else out here. Just you. Sure. Oh! It's this music. Hello, Estelle. Hi, Shara. So this is where you went. Oh, wait. Do you want to be alone for a bit? This is unlike you, Estelle. Why so reserved? You want to ask about Luciola, right? Yeah. She says we met a long time ago, but I don't really remember her at all. I was wondering what she's like and if you could jog my memory. Let's see. Where to begin, then? We have to begin with her stage name, I suppose. Luciola, the Bewitching Belle. She could show her audience illusions by dancing while using bells and fans, thus bewitching them, you see. Hers was the centerpiece performance of our little circus troupe, the one that really brought the audiences in. Illusions? Does she use an orbment to make them? No, she used something she always called illusion magic, which is apparently some kind of very old, non-orbal art. Luciola was from a family with a tradition of working that art. Was? People who fall in with a travelling circus like ours tend to be one of two kinds. People who had cause to abandon their previous home and families, or people who never had such things to begin with. Luciola was one of the former, and I was the latter. We get to... Oh! Sherzad! Okay. I was about 7 years old when Mr. Harvey and his band took me in. Back then, I was little more than a street urchin, living in the slums of a city. Pickpocketing, petty theft. There was little I wouldn't do to try to survive. Such a pretty picture. The ones who reached out a hand to me were the troop's leader, Mr. Harvey, and Luciola. They taught me, the little girl who couldn't trust anyone, the warmth of a family. And they taught me all sorts of skills that would let me earn a place for myself in the troop. Dancing, beast handling, tarot reading. Luciola taught me all of it. But then, 8 years ago, Mr. Harvey died in an accident. Without his leadership, we all just drifted apart and went our own ways. I'd been planning on staying with Luciola, but soon after Mr. Harvey died, she simply told me, "There's something I must do," and vanished. Hopeless and lost for the first time in years, I turned to the one remaining man in the world whom I still trusted. And as you might suspect, that was Cassius, who'd already begun working as a bracer. You know the rest, I imagine. Huh. So that's what happened. I had no idea you'd gone through something like that. The reason I aimed to become a bracer at first was to improve myself. I wanted to be able to live and prosper on my own, show Luciola just how far I'd come when she returned. But, well, it has been 8 years. Perhaps that was enough time to re-examine my reasons. Sure. Don't make that face. Like Zane said, I don't intend to simply fight her without saying a word. I want to hear Luciola's story from her. Before doing anything. I have to know what possible reason could have made her associate with the society. Yeah, that sounds good. I've got your back, Shara. I'll do anything I can to help. I know I can always count on you. Still, you've grown quite a bit, haven't you, Estelle? What? That's kind of sudden. I always thought of you as being exactly what I'd expect of Cassie's daughter. I don't think that's quite right or fair anymore, though. I like how Estelle has grown, but you don't notice it until one of the characters points it out, and it's like, actually, she has grown since the last time somebody mentioned that. But it's like, it's so gradual and subtle. God, the writing in this game is so good. I don't think that's quite right or fair anymore, though. What do you mean? Your strength isn't quite the same as Cassius's. Cassius has a heart as deep as the ocean and strength like a relentless wave. But you, Estelle? Your strength is like the sun. You shine and make others shine just by being near them. What? Man, that's a beautiful thing to say. My Estelle, you shine like the sun. Wait. Who said that? Because that sounds familiar. Wasn't it Joshua who said that? I was going to say it was her mum in the dream, but wasn't it Joshua that said that at the end of first chapter? Because he's all talking about the stars and the moon and stuff. Or was it someone else? Oh, I don't remember. Anyway, I think that's why people are attracted to you so easily. That's what I like the most about you. And I know Joshua felt the same way. Yeah, it must have been Joshua that said it. I don't think you need to feel any pressure to live up to Cassius, is my point. Yeah. You really are my big sister, Shara. You always know how to encourage me. Thanks. You're very welcome. I'm not saying you should return the favour, mind, but you really should drink with me sometime. Now that you're a full bracer, you'd better learn to handle your liquor. How is booze related to... You know what? Never mind, I don't want to know. Oh, that was such a nice scene. I'll be back in my seat once I've enjoyed the wind a little more. Make sure you're all buckled in before we land, Estelle. Man, that was such a nice scene. Man, that was such a nice scene! Alright, upstairs. My, that fog was terrible, and then it just dissipated in an instant. I've never seen such strange fog in all my days. Hello, miss. Thank you for your patronage. To your right, currently, you can view Nibble Valley. The fog around Rolton is clear, but the area remains foggy year-round. But it seems like the non-aggression pact was signed with no delays. I hope it leads to harmony between Liberal and its neighbours. That would be nice. I didn't mean to talk to you. Apparently, there's some very nice lodging at the edge of Valeria Lake. It's very popular with fishermen, I've heard. Oh, really? Who should I talk to first? Let's talk to Zane first. Oh, Estelle. Good work this time. You're already growing as a bracer. I'm still kind of a newbie, I think. Like, I'm not even remotely as good with the staff as Dad. Well, I don't think you should worry about Master Cassius much. An S-rank bracers are master of their profession to a degree that they attain the unity of purpose all martial artists seek, after all. To be honest, I don't think I could attain such enlightenment even if I spent my whole life trying. I see. I gotta admit, it's kinda hard for me to understand how incredible my dad is, but... Actually, Zane, You mentioned the whole unity of purpose idea to Chloe back at the castle. What exactly does that mean? Yeah, I did. It's kind of tough to explain, to be honest. Well, here goes. Master Cassius was once such a transcendent master of the sword. He was given the title of Divine Blade. Today, though, he can wield a staff just as easily as the sword he spent his life training with. I got really loud all of a sudden. Why do you think that is? He practiced really hard? That's part of it, sure. But more than that, it is because he could instantly understand and relate the nature of staff combat to his previous experience. It's only beyond what we call skill, above practicing forms and reflexes, above muscle memory. Think of it as a mental state where one can grasp the true nature of all things and control them at will. Their whole concept is what we refer to as unity of purpose. The true nature of all things, huh? His plan was to push back the Imperial Army during your war was the same, I'd bet. He understood the nature of war, of combat so intrinsically, so instinctively, that he was able to construct the plan he did. There would be no one more fearsome as a foe. I get it, I think. But that means that even my supposedly enlightened dad was beaten in some ways by the society. During the coup, he was lured out of the country, for starters. Yeah, they almost certainly possess someone equal to Master Cassius. It's hard to know if it's whoever LoH is or this professor, though. Could it be the guy we know as Lawrence? He was pretty powerful. I don't know. He is incredibly skilled, sure, but I doubt he could match up to Master Cassius. Besides, his chi, his soul, they do not have unity of purpose, not in the way I've spoken of. He is a blade sharpened in one specific way by the coldest... He is a blade sharpened in one specific way by the coldest frost, tempered to perfection, untouched by anyone. That is the sense I got of him in the arena, at least. Yeah, I get what you mean. He hasn't shown himself, but I figure he's got to be up to something. He did seem to have some kind of fixation on Joshua. It wouldn't surprise me if they know each other from Joshua's days in the society. Between him, me, and Shirazad, we've all got some strange ties in our past with this group. I wonder if this is the guidance of She Who Dwells Above. Up next is Bosse, the closest heir to the Empire in Liberal, eh? About to get a look at the famous Hucking Gate sometime if we can. Estelle, out for a walk again? More or less. More importantly, I'm sorry. I didn't really open up about Joshua until the very end. Don't worry. But still, that girl with Joshua is one of the Sky Bandits, isn't she? Yeah, she's a cheeky, insulting little punk by the name of Josette Capua. She's also the single biggest tomboy I've ever laid eyes on, and people call me a tomboy sometimes. I see. She does, seem a bit charming from the photograph. She would be pretty cute if she keeps her mouth shut. She did manage to play a perfect upper-crust girl when we first met her, too. I'm sorry? So I explained about how she first met Josette at the mayor's residence in Roland. I see. That is impressively dexterous, if I may say so. Well, it does make sense since she's apparently former Erebonian nobility. Yeah, putting on a face like that is her specialty, I think. Peel away the layers, though, and like I said, at the core she's a cheeky, classless little punk. Still, from what I've heard, I can't really find cause to hate her. I suspect that if we found a chance to talk, she might have quite a lot in common. I mean, we might have a lot in common. That's a good point, actually. Yeah, I can see that happening. We'd slide off each other like oil and water. Our personalities wouldn't fit together, trust me. Maybe. That's funny, because I think Chloe was talking about her and Josette, whereas Estelle took we to mean, like, everyone, or like, both of them and Josette, which is funny. It's been ages since I've been to Bosse, come to think of it. I think the last time was when Jill took me on a little shopping spree at the Bosse market. Oh my god, I forgot about Jill. Alright, I think we're pretty much done. There we go. Thank you for flying with us today. I like how it waits for me to talk to everyone first. We will be arriving and it makes you talk to everybody. We will be arriving in Bosse shortly. Please be aware that there may be turbulence while landing, so we ask that all passengers take their seats. Okay. So I whistled accidentally? I haven't heard this music in ages! Hello, everyone. Everyone, hello. Good work out there in Roland. I don't remember my voice, but is this now? Ha! Silver Streak, the Heavy Blade, the Immovable, and our Rising Star Rookie all together. Brings a tear to my eye, it does. Rising Star Rookie? You, of course. You're a little walking miracle who's managed to stop the society in 4 different regions. That's been the gossip, anyway. You've got to be kidding. Saying I stopped anything is overstating it more than a little. They just ran off once their experiments were done. You did handle yourself well in the Roland case, Estelle. Don't sell yourself too short. I think you can be a little proud. Yeah, but that was just a bunch of coincidences coming together and... no need to get so embarrassed. You just need to live up to your reputation is all. Yeah, thanks, Zane. You make that sound like a cakewalk. Anyway, all that aside, what's the situation like here in Bosse? There's been no sign of the society whatsoever. No surprise, I suppose, since the Sky Bandits were caught, the army's been patrolling the region pretty heavily. One thing sticks out, though. There've been a few too many dangerous monsters prowling around here these days. Really? You know, I noticed that the last time I was here. Bosse seems to usually have more wanted monsters than other regions. Why is that? Oh, great. Most of it comes down to Bosse being huge and filled with rough terrain. It makes it common to see monsters come down from less inhabited areas. It is nice though that there's an explanation of why they get certain types of quests or whatever. It's just like something I'd never noticed, but it's just nice. Thing is though, we've had 10 cases just since the beginning of the month. Oh god, can we not have that many? 10? That is a lot. I'm guessing that's kept Sting and the rest of the crew busy. Yes, and Kurt's team. Oh, Kurt! Kurt's team stopped by the other day to slay several of them. It'd be in your debt if you could take care of a few of them for us as well. Please don't give us 10. That strikes me as a good course of action. It's possible the society's involved with this. Yeah, and they could hurt someone if we just leave them alone, so we should get out there and take them down. Ooh, he does not look happy. Huh? Agate, what's wrong? Yeah, what's up? You're really quiet. Nah, it's nothing. Anyway, let's get out there and bring back some monster heads. Pardon me. Oh, wow, I didn't recognize your sprite. Mere Mabel and Leela. Good day. Estelle, it's so good to see you again. I'm glad to see you are well. Wow, it's seriously been forever. I think we last met at the Queen's birthday celebrations, right? Yes, it feels as though it's been ages. I've been hearing all about your exploits in the news though, Estelle. She looks so young! I don't remember her being so young. That goes for everyone else as well. I'm glad to see you all safe. Especially you, Chloe. Are you on school break already? I ended up taking a little time off early. It's good to see you again, Mabel. Huh, you two seem pretty familiar. Well, Mabel used to be a student at the academy. We met before she graduated. Okay, so she is young. And I'm certainly glad we met too. I see. And Agate Crossner. It's been some time, sir. Suppose so. Whoa, why are you so grumpy with her? Hang on, Agate. Mabel, you know each other? Agate's normally so, like, formal with people when he's a bracer. That's weird. Oh my, yes. I've relied on Mr. Crossner a number of times for various jobs only he could do. And 10 years ago... Hey, meh. I forgot myself. Pardon me. That was interesting. Regardless, I simply wish to stop by today to welcome you back. From the sound of things, you're pursuing an international criminal syndicate which threatens the safety of the entire country? An international criminal syndicate. Sometimes they feel more like a society of supervillains, but that's one way to think of them, yes. Society of supervillains. So far as the city of Bosse is concerned, the threat these criminals pose is not someone else's problem. It's everyone's. If I can do anything to assist you in your investigation, anything at all, you only need to ask. Thanks, Mabel. If we need help, we'll definitely ask. For some reason, doing Doing Mayor Mabel's voice hurts my face. So, using muscles I don't normally use. We'll be expecting a lot from you, Mayor. Excellent. Now, I'm afraid I must excuse myself here. Should anything come up, please come visit me at my residence. Pardon us. I do hope her voice sounds different. It sounds different to me, but I'll see when I'm editing. Sometimes, like, I'll do a voice that to me, when I'm doing it, sounds really crazy and strange, and then when I'm editing, it's like, it doesn't even sound like I'm doing anything, and it's like, it's so upsetting. Come on, Agate. Couldn't you have been a little more civil? Yeah, it's strange for him to not be. Maybe because he's back home. It's who I am. We ain't running a butler service here. Give me a break. Whoa, he's so grumpy all of a sudden. Gate can be kind of arrogant to people sometimes. He's usually polite towards clients, though. Yeah! All of a sudden, are we getting a Gate backstory? That's exciting. You were kind of short with Mabel, Gate. You're imagining things. More to the point, I remember talking about us bringing back some monster heads. Logren, give us the breakdown. Right. We have 3 cases outstanding. This guy's voice hurts my face, too. First, there's a blade fang stalking around in the Crone Pass. Interesting he's showing us these. We've also got a ghost epitaph in the Nibble Valley. And finally, an octobone. Does it have 8 bones? Raising hell at the Umbel Tower. Oh, oh yeah, there's a tower. Okay, got those written down. Oh, I don't have to pick them up. Alright, Monster Slain. I guess because it's a story thing. Alright, Monster Slain's the perfect task for my greatsword. I'll be taking charge this time around. Yay! Huh? Well, you are a bossy native, my good heavy blade. You're probably the best suited out of all of us. I have no objections. Heh, decided then. Good. Go ahead and pick us a team, Estelle. You're being suspiciously gung-ho about this, you know? Yep. Please form your party! Okay, who should I have? I'm gonna need Cher to be in the party so I can change, but I will choose Olivier, my beautiful. Oh! See, now, I was gonna choose Chloe, but it seems like we're gonna need Tita. Well, the story stuff would involve Tita more. So... But then at the same time, Chloe knows Mayor Mabel. Maybe I'll have Chloe while we're fighting, and then, and while we're doing stuff in Bossett, and then if we go to Ravenue, I'll change people and put Tita in the party. I don't know if it will work that way. Right. Yeah. For now, I'll do this. I don't know if this is the right choice. But oh well. Okay, so if we're going all over the region to find these wanted monsters, since we're out, why don't we stop at Revenue Village? Pretty sure I made this clear on the flight over. We'll visit Revenue after we're done with work here in Bossy. You unfeeling clod. Oh, I should use the word clod. The gate has the right of it, I think. Or would you want to go and leave our Tita behind? Hey, that's interesting. Hey, that's interesting. If I had Tita in the party, what would be happening right now? Hey. Oh, right, gotta bring Tita. Do you have to agree just because of that? That face. That's interesting. So if I chose Tita, would we have had a different kind of conversation? That's funny. I wonder what it would have been. Huh. Well, anyway, I think I made the right choice. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to sort out all their equipment and stuff. So what? And hold on, let's check. Ones, of course. There's a Blanc Blanc quest. The young lady has gone missing. Oh dear. Look for the Royal Academy uniform. What? And you need that. Okay. That's so strange to me to not read those out. But I'm gonna sort out people. Oh, this is so high up. I'm gonna sort out There's such a nice bracer goal. Actually, I haven't been here in so long, and like back then, I didn't really notice this kind of thing, so I was too busy just like going, "What is this game?" And being angry with Joshua. Anyway, I'm gonna stop here, though. I'm gonna sort out all their equipment, and then I'll see you next time. Let's play Trail, second chapter in the Sky Blind. Said it backwards because I was thinking about it. Blah. Bye bye.